Alright, back with another video, guys. We got the Civic. Went out there and didn't do too bad. It was a little hard moving around. The track was pretty wet, and as you can tell, we ended up losing the tie rod. Which I don't even know where it's. Oh, it's up top. Actually, we didn't lose the tie rod. We must have lost the strut. This is what happened. Because it didn't want to steer right. But I knew this wheel was turning. The other wheel wasn't. So I think when the strut went, the whole thing went. But this thing didn't do bad. It actually bent up pretty decent. I should have tucked that trunk because, of course, every time you don't tuck them, they go up and then you can't see to back up. But I mean, this thing, it didn't last long. It got the wheel pretty quick in the heat, and that was about it. We got the wheel. There was really nothing I could do. Well, first the tie rod went, which I don't understand how, because these are up in, but the tie rod went, and I ended up just driving the wheels off. I started just ripping it around to get down the track, and it was doing good, and then all at once they come up and ripped one good shot, and it just ripped the strut clear out of it. I heard the axle, so I just shut it off. I knew it was bad, and even the official told me to snap the stick because the wheel was laid over. So, but I mean, other than that, it didn't really take much damage. Frame rail went up nice, but what I should do is tuck that trunk, and I mean, that thing's bending perfect. Even that side's coming up. But I mean, it's still got a lot left to it. I might fix it, but I don't know. I think I might just get rid of it and start fresh next year for the 4-cylinder. I don't know, even if I run another 4-cylinder, to be honest with you. I like the big cars better. But same thing here. We'll probably just strip it and strip everything out of it and get rid of it. But I mean, this thing, it still runs great, fires right up. Just can't drive it around till I can get the parts to fix it, but I just really don't feel like running them. Just not into them. I don't know. Everybody's different. There's people that love 4-cylinder. You know, I watch Zach's workshop. He builds a bunch of Camrys, and I think if I had a Camry, I'd run another 4-cylinder. But Camry or anything like that, any Toyota product, they're pretty good. But that's pretty much it. There ain't really much to go over on this thing. This thing, I just mainly wanted to try and have a second chance of winning some money and just having some fun. So, but nice thing here too, no door hits. Got a couple in the back and back end. I was trying to use the back end, but it was so wet, and I haven't really drove much in these front wheel drives lately. I'm so used to the rear wheel drive cars and just not used to it anymore, and didn't do the greatest, but still had fun. Went out there and I had to run this one back to back. I had to run the 8-cylinder, that Grand Marquis, and then as soon as I was done with the heat, I drove the Grand Marquis off and had to run this thing. So, but yeah, I don't know. I might even be selling this thing too. I talked to a guy. He might want it for a derby, so we'll see. If it does, if he wants it, maybe. If not, I'll end up just junking it and starting over. But that's about it for this. The only thing I really did to this was weld the doors, chain the trunk. We bolted the hood down and welded the bumper on the front, and that's pretty much it. This bumper is rusty too. The bottom of it, you can see it's pushing in there. We'll probably save some of these tires because they're pretty good 14-inch. We'll save the tires, save the dummies, keep them. You never know. Mark them, put them back here. That way we have them in the trailer. If we ever need them, we know they'll fit. But take the chain and stuff off. And I mean, that'd be pretty much it. But did pretty good. Had fun. That's all that matters. Guys, go out there. No matter if you win or lose, just have fun. That's all it's about. A lot of people go after the money and cheat to get the money, and don't bother me. You know what? If you want to waste your time and cheat, and I want to go out there. You're never gonna see me sandbagging and not hitting. I'm gonna go out there. If I'm gonna win, it's gonna be because I hit hard and built a decent car and it held up good, or I won't sandbag. There's people that's called playing the game, but I mean, there is a time to play the game and there's a time you gotta hit. You can't go out there and just putz around, and that's not derbying. If you're gonna go out there, you gotta hit. I'm not telling you to go out there and junk your car, but you know, if you're not hitting, it's not derbying. But that's gonna be it for this one, guys. See what other videos we come up with here. Just got back to work, so the videos might slow down a little bit, but we're gonna be getting more towards actually this coming month, and I only really got a month and a half. If they still have this derby, we will be running that square body Vic, so stay tuned for that. We'll have builds on that. And then this one here, I don't know when we'll run this, but I gotta build this too sometime. This one I can't wait to run. This is a solid car, but that'll probably be about next year or something like that. So alright guys, we'll catch you next one. That's the end of this video.